and welcome to the Not For Nothing podcast. I'm Sarah El Sayed, and today we have a couple questions. We actually brought in one of our good friends, Liz Udell. She's here to talk all things snacks. We're going to do a little snack segment with her, and or a girl dinner, whatever you want to call it. Girl dinner.
It's all the same.
All right, so this is a smoker hack of the 1920s.
Okay.
So we brought in Diet Dr. Pepper. That was a preference thing.
That was a preference thing, but I think the original is Coca Cola, like classic.
I would say even bottle.
Yeah, and then now I would say Mexican Coke because it's the actual cane sugar one.
Exactly.
So you have to get that one in the glass bottle.
So this was the
But we
trend.
like Diet Dr. Pepper.
So we did it our way.
Because it's our girl dinner.
It's our girl dinner, and that means you could do whatever you want. That's like the epitome of girl dinner. Diet Dr. Pepper. We're putting peanuts inside of it.
Okay.
Peanuts.
And why?
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 Well, in
Protein.
the 1920s, protein is always number one. Girl dinner.
The girls, they need more protein.
Must involve a protein. That's my rule.
Yeah.
But actually, it was started by people who were like real actual workers doing manly work.
Actual work. As opposed to women
Physical work.
Yeah.
Physical work.
Yeah.
Getting there, literally, it's the epitome of my hands look like this, so hers look like that. It was a hack so that people who were working on like railroads and other dirty things where their hands were filthy, they could snack while they worked.
Love that.
It's also, speaking of 2-for-1, people did it so they could smoke while they ate.
Okay.
Which
I like that.
Love that concept.
Yeah, because sometimes
Literally.
I'm like, I'm so hungry, but I also want to smoke. But
I
I
just
also want to eat.
Sometimes you just want a little snacky during the sesh. Like,
So that's why you want a crunchy soda.
Oh my
crunchy
gosh.
soda. It's like hard boba.
Yeah.
Hard boba in every way.
Hard peanut,
Carbonation.
Except just not tea.
Not tea, but
And-
still caffeinated.
Peanuts.
Yeah, and carbonated.
Instead of
Something that you're
tapioca.
chewing.
Yeah.
And the carbonation is harder than the flat.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
So crack open your sodies, ladies.
Okay. This may or may
We're
not
going to put
explode.
some peanuts in it.
All right.
Have you guys tried this trend? Let
No.
us know. Let us know. And I'm going to open the peanuts.
Dr. Pepper
ASMR.
is my favorite soda, though.
Is it?
Mm-hmm,
Terps.
Wow.
And
Terps.
Cherry Coke. Ooh, and Sprite. I love Sprite.
I love Sprite too. I love Sprite Zero.
Yeah.
So good.
Remember Sprite Remix?
I do remember Sprite Remix.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Take a couple
Yeah,
more.
give me a little more peanuts.
They really used to
This
test
is like
out
a
soda
strong
with
girl
us.
dinner.
Yeah. Okay. A girl dinner that needs protein, that maybe skipped
Okay.
protein on lunch.
Okay, this is
All
hard
right.
to do.
So we're going to put them in our bevy.
Okay.
Our hard boba.
It just exploded.
And then we're going to cheers before we...
Is this like cowboy boba?
Oh my God, like cowboy caviar. I love that.
I did love that
With
trend.
Cowboy boba.
Which is like a fancier way of saying white trash.
Just don't shake.
WTB. Oh, wait.
TV.
Oh my God, wait, no, it tastes terrible. Okay, here we go.
No way. Cheers, cheers.
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 Hold on, I'll keep
Cheers her.
going.
All right,
Here's
hard
cheers.
boba.
Cheers, y'all.
Cowboy caviar. I don't like that there's residue.
I like this.
I mean, I love peanuts and I love peanut butter,
Wait.
so it's gonna be
Are you
really
supposed
This
to
is
like
really
mix
good.
it up quickly though?
Well, no, don't
No.
shake it.
Oh.
It'll
Don't float in your
explode.
mouth.
Oh, I have all this weird shit at the top.
Because what? It's
Same.
just syrup.
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 Okay,
Don't love this.
it's kind of like the Mentos challenge. Remember,
Doesn't
put it in
that
there?
just explode?
I feel like this is gonna explode.
I think this would have been better actually with Coca Cola.
It's getting hard.
Which is not always a bad thing.
Bad minds.
It's getting hard in here.
I'm gonna let it sit for a second.
I know,
I think
got it.
I want my boba to be a little more infused.
You want more?
No,
Or
I want,
you want it? Oh.
I want them to sit a little.
Yeah.
He has
same.
in Che Doreno's words, full sugar Coke.
It's like tea. You gotta let it seep.
Mhm.
But I'm glad we tried that. I feel very American, patriotic, you know.
Yeah.
Cultured.
Yeah, like wow, this isn't what they did.
Mhm.
They did.
I don't think I'll do that while I smoke. though.
No.
I think I'll let his hands look like that so mine can look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we were recently talking about this. We feel that, Liz, you are kind of like, maybe you don't feel this way, but you're kind of like master at life a little bit and like adulting. Like, you know what to do in situations. And as we grow older, there's all these situations like friends' weddings and bachelor, bachelorette and all things nuptial related.
Yes.
And you're definitely the expert on social etiquette.
Yeah.
How long do you think people are newlyweds for? Like, at what point are they milking it? Like,
Gosh. Okay. I think right off the top of my head, you get a year.
agreed.
Okay. But I was like thinking just how cringe, because I'm in a 5-year relationship, and like if I get married, I will not call, like, we're not like, I'm not going to call like newlyweds. I think that's such a cringe word. If you use it to describe yourself.
Yep.
And I don't think your friends are going to be like, I don't think anyone uses that word enough for us to be like, But sure, you get a year. I don't know what happens in that year, but yeah, you're freshly married.
I feel like you can milk it only if it's to get like discounts. Like if I were checking into a hotel, I'd be like, we're newlyweds.
No, I love that.
Like at the Delta, like we're newlyweds.
I would always milk something.
Like at the Gap counter.
I think I would do that honestly if I was like 50 or 60 years old and I was like,
I had a friend and
no, I would just say it even like to spice things up with my husband. Be like
at the restaurant,
I'd be
we're
like,
newlyweds.
We're newlyweds, you know, just married, and I think they're gonna be like, oh my god, how cute, older love. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, well, we've been married 20 years.
At what point should the Instagram photo posting of the wedding stop?
6 months.
Like
sooner,
right?
Sooner, yeah,
I feel like
knock
you're
out all your shit.
1 to 3 posts.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to see all the photos of your wedding album.
No,
Just
people, if you spent $10,000 on it, I think you deserve to be able to put them out for usually 6 months. People push to a year though.
I'm down if on the anniversary.
Yeah, the anniversary is fine. But like, you know, still thinking about like 7 months later, I'm like,
TBT to the ring.
Like, okay. So if you do post, it has to be different. Like, I don't want to see, you know, like the same photo shoot in, like, you know, post number 3 carousel. Like, do one of this, do one of the decor. Like, and, you know, throw some reels in there.
Yeah, find a way to talk about it.
Yeah,
that makes me feel like I haven't seen it before.
Yeah. Like Emily Mariko, right? Like she just got married and she's posting everything and everyone's just eating it up.
Wow, that's crazy. I haven't been served any of that content to the point that I didn't even know she got married.
I didn't know. I thought her engagement was off.
TikTok.
Me too.
I guess that was a marketing play.
I'm very judgmental, so I have thoughts on the wedding, but I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, I need to take a look.
You'll be canceled.
I also think it's that. It's like you're putting yourself out there, so you can't expect people not to have an opinion on your wedding at that point. Like,
you're being a ring girl.
You're no longer making it a private moment, so I'm going to have a public opinion.
100%.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We always used to have opinions. Now everyone can read our opinions.
Exactly.
You could just see our shit talk live.
Crazy Uncle Joe in the shack suddenly has a voice.
Yep. Like, so true. Yeah.
Okay. And how, like, I just feel like how many events can your friends expect you to attend related to their wedding?
Gavald. There's a group of girls I went to college with. There's like 6 of them, and they do it all right. Sometimes they do out of town engagements, then they do the engagement party, then they do the bridal shower, then you have the bachelorette party, then you have the wedding. Like sometimes these are like seven event things.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of steps.
Especially if they're Jewish or of another religion, but that requires rituals.
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's really a lot.
So I would just want to have I don't even want a wedding. I just want a huge engagement party.
Yeah.
So I would just do that. And so all my friends, I'm in my 30s, so all my friends who are like getting married and stuff, they're like, the engagement party should have just been it anyways, because everyone was there. Like all the family members there, all the friends, like I'd rather spend my money on other things like that honeymoon.
Like a trip, yeah. Or a trip with my friends and my new husband.
I just want like a big dinner.
Yeah.
After, like, everybody, let's enjoy ourselves. Yeah.
But I don't want it to feel stuck up. I don't want to be stressed. I don't want
ceremonial.
Like, my sister, sorry to like put her on the spot, but like there's been so many tensions in her friend group because of all of this, and it's so sad because it's like these are the big moments, and like when you become older, there's only 2 big moments. There's the weddings and the funerals. Like, and if you make the wedding annoying, you're not.
Yeah, it could be really annoying.
How much do you give as a guest at a wedding? Like
As a gift?
Yeah.
They all have registries now. So I just like pop up maybe like it just I mean
To
honestly
attend a wedding?
My
I feel
attendance is enough.
No. You have to give money at a wedding.
Yeah, well not even money. I'll just like I'll just get like two things off the registry.
I think that do people have wedding registries?
Oh my God,
that?
it's in Carlo. My sister's friends have been doing that. It's like
I
these
thought
websites.
money was the
Yeah.
standard.
You can contribute to
and
the
there's an
fund,
option on the website where it's like
Yeah.
you can buy an item or you can just donate money to their like marital fund.
Yeah.
I recently found out that for destination weddings, they tell you that you can contribute to their honeymoon, but your presence is a present.
I've had that with destination weddings as well.
And do we
'Cause that
think
is
that that's
expensive.
okay? Or do
Yes.
we think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they
yeah.
are still expecting a gift?
No.
I think if
They're-
you're
yeah.
very close, you can give a sentimental gift.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like, oh, here's like a card that you made me when we were 6.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're not
But, like-
expected to with a destination wedding
Yeah.
like you socially would be for like an in-town one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been to a
cool.
few destination weddings.
So, like, let's say you're in the bridal party. How much money
Yeah.
do we give as a wedding guest?
I've never been in a bridal party.
I think the answer to this, is somewhere between $150 and $200
Yeah. It
per
depends
person.
depends on what you can afford at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know?
And I know it does, but
But I think that's
to
a baseline.
standards, and then as a guest, I think the standard is at least 100
Yeah.
because you have to pay for your plate and a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Who gets a +1 at a wedding?
No one. I don't know.
No, because some people think that. Nobody except the people who are invited. And if it's like a couple, you invite both of them.
Couple. And I'm not even saying it needs to be at least a year. It could just be, like you're real, you're dating. Like
I think that is a wrong way to judge it. I think because it's like, who are we to say like it's real or not?
well, like I think that was just more of like a
No, because other people say this.
yeah, no, so I think
Like a lot of people say it.
I think it depends on like the event, but like everyone I feel like it's so hard to say. Like I'm saying like a lot because I go to a lot of weddings where you do just get a +1, but then you have to decide who should be the +1, and then I'm like that should be someone like you're dating. that's, like-
Exactly, because there's a
I'm gonna
flirty,
mess it
fun
up.
element to be a +1 at a stranger's wedding. There's a sexiness to it.
Yeah, that's
There's
what I was
like
gonna
a-
say. I think it really comes down to, is the person your friend dating hot? If they
Wow.
are and they're a good time, the invite becomes a lot easier to give.
Really?
But I
But
feel
do
like
you
this
ever
always
trust your friends?
This is like always comes down to like, ugh, but I don't even like their partner, and so it's suddenly like, oh, we're not giving any +1s.
Yeah, that is a
But
classic.
if your partner is like life of the party, famous,
Yeah.
really hot,
Yes.
will look
Everyone
good in your
likes him.
photos, like everyone
Suddenly
loves
people want to
them,
give you a +1.
then it's like, oh my God, you should totally bring
Yes.
XYZ. So I think it's all about like finding hot partners if you want to have a +1.
and
Or if you're, like-
likability.
Or if you're like perpetually single all the time
Yeah.
and like a crazy party animal and like it's your best friend's wedding, like you shouldn't bring a +1. They
And
probably
if-
don't trust you with a +1.
Yeah, but
If you're
why is
Because
that?
who would you bring?
Because it's like, why not see what your crazy best friend does? You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
Not on my wedding day.
Oh yeah, so you want it to be more like
I
your
don't want.
bestie needs
Well, it
to be there
depends
to
how much
worship
the plate is worth.
as well.
Yeah.
That's
like
true.
I'm not paying $100 for the random guy you met at like club last night.
But would it?
This is my day.
Yeah, or
True.
like or Venmo me.
Whoa. Well, I mean, I think that you're responsible if you bring a +1.
You have to
You're
pay.
responsible for the gift
Two
for
gifts.
you and your date.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your date shouldn't have to pay for that gift either.
No, they have no attachment.
Yeah, just their
'Cause
presence
they're
being there
random.
for you.
But I think sometimes it's weird to bring a +1 to situations like that because it's, why would you want to have an extra person there while you're with your friends? Then you have to do this like middleman, like catch them up on the story, inside jokes that they don't get.
Well, that's what I did. My college best friend last year, I didn't bring Josh because I'm like, we have so many weddings this year, and I'm like, this is my catch up with the college friends.
yeah,
Yeah, totally.
And
he
you're
didn't
not gonna have
care.
fun, and
It-
like,
yeah, you're not gonna have fun.
it's
It also
expensive.
depends-
It's a destination. Like it
Mhm.
wasn't like in LA.
Yeah,
It depends like who else is invited and if their partners are going too.
yeah.
And if
So
their
it's
partners
like-
are cool.
Right. It's like,
Yeah.
are your friends there going to be distracted by their dates? Because if that's the case and it's straight up like a family situation.
But if you're the only one.
If you're the only one without a date, you deserve a +1.
Yeah,
but if
Josh
you're the
goes to
only
the
one.
family stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it's like,
Yeah.
it's a fun dynamic. Luckily, I don't get invited to that many weddings. Most of the people from college don't talk to me anymore.
It all happened at once.
Same.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody's getting married. I'm
Everybody's
just not getting
married.
invited.
Same kind of.
Okay, so as people who use social media regularly, I feel like we kind of have established for ourselves rules of do's and don'ts and who we choose to keep in our inner circle. So what would you say drives an unfollow?
Okay, I'm pretty ruthless with unfollowing folks I went to high school with, but I was ruthless with that early.
Yeah.
So not now, but like years ago, I was like, fuck everybody I went to high school with. And I was just like, if I wasn't super close with them, I just was like, I don't want to see your content. So my content is very tailored towards my interests and less towards people.
Yeah.
You know? Like, oh, I follow a creator that I like because, you know, X, Y, and Z, rather than people I know in real life, unless they're like really close friends and family. But you know what drives me the worst is like if I see somebody post on stories on their birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I was following this person. I'll unfollow on their birthday. Ruthless.
That is ruthless.
Ruthless.
I unfollow if it's like somebody is like using their page for a specific like mission or project or idea, and I don't personally have any interest in that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're making your personal page into your business page, I'm sorry, I'm going to be unfollowing you if I don't care about your business.
I understand. Yeah, I respect that.
I followed you for your person.
And people have unfollowed me for that reason.
Me
People who
too.
aren't that cool with weed, and I get it.
I get it,
You
but
know,
I'm
you got
also
a family. You don't want to see my post necessarily. I would, whatever the reason is, I get it.
And if you post too much about your family too, like
Yeah,
sometimes it's just too much. I don't need to see this much kid content. I don't need to be seeing all of this.
I'm with that. I get it. But also, like people, if I'm really good friends with you, and I want you to post things that make you happy.
No, 100%.
But like, there's a fine line between, you know, it's like an acquaintance level.
This is like people from college who are just like having their 4th child, and I'm just like,
just people who seem a little unrelatable to this form of your life. You know what else drives an unfollow for me is when people say, I'm no longer using this page, I'll be using this page. I'm unfollowing the old page then. I'm going to believe what you say. So if you say that, you better use the new account. Because I'm unfollowing the old page, and the only page I'll follow is the new one.
yeah. I unfollow if it gets like too sad or like too like mental health stuff where you're like, wow, I'm just watching you absolutely spiral. Like I cannot be a spectator.
I spectate, but I try to like give a like and support. And I hope it gets taken the right way, that like I support you.
Yeah, no.
I love you, but I don't want to be like fake and be like, I'm here for you if you need anything. If it's not somebody I'm close with, I just want to like show my support and be like, you got this.
I also unfollow anybody that I went to high school or college or like have worked with who I notice has unfollowed me.
Oh yeah. I'm a re-unfollower
like
too. If I notice it, especially if I don't love your content, I'm like,
yeah,
bye.
If you have like 500 followers and you thought that you didn't like, then I'm out too.
I'm out as well. I'm.
But if you're like a content creator or whatever, and I still like to consume, I'll stay. But
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I do.
Yeah. I mute more than I unfollow though.
No, if I don't want to see it, I'll pretty much unfollow, unless again it's like a really personal connection that we have where I want to make sure we maintain communication.
I mute a lot of people who I'm just like, seeing your content makes me feel a certain type of way.
But I still want to support you.
I just don't want to be seeing this daily.
Yep. Totally. What?
You said a good one the other day that maybe you were going to say it, but those who are like doing an MLM.
If you're promoting an MLM, there's no reason for us to be connected on social media. Don't say hi to me at the grocery store if you see me. Don't say hi to me on the street. Don't Facebook message me. Do not contact me if you are involved in an MLM. And if you have to ask yourself if you're in an MLM, you are in one.
I feel like anybody who not like responds too much, because like you love engagement and like it's really fun to, it is a social media, but when people are like constantly negatively doing stuff or just being like
people who neg,
the negging, like, oh, do you smoke all day, or like all this bullshit, and I'm just like, okay, you're out. Like,
yeah, because it's a negative comment, like you said. They're negging you. They're trying to get a response. It's usually a reply guy gone rogue.
Yeah,
but like I love a reply guy.
Yeah,
but don't go rogue. Don't be rude.
Rogue.
Like, don't be rude. Like, just because you find somebody's content funny doesn't mean that you should neg them. Like, why? Just because you see that we could have a negative outlook on things or make light of certain situations doesn't mean we always want to receive that to respond to.
Yeah, why do guys always think they can neg you online?
I've heard male content creators and comedians say women neg them as well too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So why is negging used as a form of flirting?
I think when people are flirting with a comedian or somebody in like comedy in one way or another, they think that negging is a good way to get attention.
It's really not.
It's not. I can't emphasize how not.
It's really not.
Yeah. I would argue that like comedians, since overall they're pretty sad people, would like to hear words of affirmation more frequently. I think that is a good way for, I think the words of affirmation from an audience rather than a neg is how you get attention from a comedian.
Well, I feel like comedians are inherently looking for external validation from a crowd.
Totally. It's so true.
As we do this podcast, and hope that you keep listening week to week and follow us on Instagram and all
tell
that.
A friend or 2 or 5.
But we're like, but we're not here for words of affirmation and validation.
Like, so turn that negative comment into a positive comment and rating. All right, you know what I noticed recently?
What's up?
You could be named after like we like naming things after like units of time.
Yeah.
So like there's people named August and there's people named April.
Or
I've never met a January.
January Jones. She's an actress.
Oh, really? Have you met a February? I've never met a March.
Say that one more time.
February.
A March? No. I have met an April.
I've met May's.
May.
June.
I've met June's. Never met a July.
Never met a July.
August.
Yep. I've never met a September. I've never met an October either.
Don't know if I met a November.
Or December. But I have met a winter.
But the Decemberist.
But I've met a winter.
And a summer.
I haven't met one. I've seen one on TV. I've heard. I've met summers. I've never met a spring.
Me neither.
I think naming your kid spring would be so weird.
Winter.
I've heard winter, no springs though.
And fall.
Autumn though.
Autumn, yeah.
I've met autumns.
Autumn.
But I've never met a spring.
Have you met a Monday?
No, but there's Wednesday Addams.
Yeah. And is there a Thursday?
I've heard of like Thursday's Child. I think which is a daycare.
Friday?
Friday is like the stripper name of weekday baby names. Because it's like rowdy, you know?
Wednesday was actually like a perfect name for her because it was like
the middle of the week.
It is the most emo of days.
I think Monday might be more emo and I think I might use it. It's going on the list for me.
Monday?
Yeah, I think Monday could be a very pretty name.
Do you think you can name your kid Monday or you get sued by Monday.com?
Monday.com could eat my ass if they think that they could sue me over naming my child. What do they want? My fucking left arm too? Like, what do you want?
What about, are there any other weird ones? Like,
units of time. I guess people are, how about after the zodiac? Well, my cat's name is Gemini Marie.
Who else is named after the zodiac?
I don't know. Let's think. A Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. No, I've never met someone named after the zodiac except my cat Gemini Marie.
So you would name
I think I would.
Monday.
One day. I
February.
No, I think I would go July.
July.
But so imagine if you were born in June and like your family member named you April.
It's definitely weird. And I think it's only in English though. Like in French, you don't name after
Units of time
units of time.
or seasons.
No.
Seasons are units of time, right? I guess depends how you look at it.
I think I would name my kid like first quarter.
Q1.
Yeah, Q1.
That's like Elon Musk's next kid is going to be Q1.
Q1. But like Q3 is usually a good time.
Not for budgets. I want Q1 budget.
Yeah, you want Q1 budget.
Give me Q1 budget, baby. Speaking of Q1, I should name my child season. I'm not with child, but just so you know, my future child season 2 because that's where we're at.
Oh my god!
Woo! Thanks for holding on till season 2, and welcome to the new season. Tell us how we should celebrate season 2 of the Not for Nothing podcast. Travis, should we get some matcha to celebrate season 2?
But yeah, on that lovely note, it's been dope as always. Keep listening along. This is only possible because of y'all.
Viewers like you.
Yeah. Viewers and listeners alike.
Yeah.
And so keep following. You can find us at Not For Nothing Pod on most social platforms.
Tell us if you try the peanuts and soda. And since it gives you a little snacky and a little bevy and a little smoky at the same time. And thanks for listening. See you next week.
Bye.